Hello again. This is Micah Royal, continuing my series, looking at different types of mindfulness and meditation practices to help during this stressful and anxious time. This is mainly focused on being provided to support folks who are working in hospice and medical situations. But I think all of us carry a lot of stress and anxiety. Um, Right now, one of the points of lightness and peace for me, while I experience a shelter in place or stay at home order here in Durham, was when I watched the movie A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I don't know if you've watched it, but in that film, we you get to see Tom Hanks playing Mr. Rogers as he's interviewed. And as I watched the film, I was reminded of the simple, undiluted joy and wonder at life I had as a child watching Mr. Rogers' show, and also of how useful his mantra that he'd repeat it over and over again to people in that show of "It's you I like." How helpful that is for us to hear and to say to each other in our own way each time we get a chance, because we can begin to feel down on ourselves for how little we can do or how much we feel we have to do but aren't sure how to get done. Because of this, I wanted to share a meditation or mindfulness exercise which Fred Rogers invited people to take part in several times during his work, not only as a TV personality, but also as a lifelong Presbyterian minister. And it was a central mindfulness or meditation practice that was a part of his spirituality. And I think it helped root him so he could do his work as a TV personality, child educator, and just all around image of wholesomeness and positivity. In, to engage in this, I want to invite you to first find a comfortable position to sit or stand and take deep breaths, slowly letting the bottom of your lungs fill up, holding that breath, and then slowly letting the breath leave you. Then repeat that breathing in, that holding of your breath, and that breathing out throughout the remainder of the meditation. As you do so, pay attention to how that breath feels in your body and how your body's feeling. And as I've said in other videos, if you begin to find your mind wandering off, when you notice it, let noticing it not be something you beat yourself up for, but like a bell announcing to a child to come in from recess and rejoin the class. And so as you focused in on your breathing, I want to, in the words of Fred Rogers, to give you all an invisible gift, a gift of a silent minute to think about those who have helped you become who you are. And I'm going to pause and give you a little bit of silence. And then as you do that, since I at least need a little bit of a trigger or an attention drawn to what to focus in on, I'm going to give some instruction. Now, when you do this on your own after the video, you can use this instruction or you can just take those 60 seconds and you can set a timer on your phone or um, a timer some other way, like a clock, or just watch a clock hand for 60 seconds. While you have the 60 seconds, you can just have it be totally silent, or you can think about these reminders from the game. So you breathe in and breathe out. I'll give you some moments of silence, and then I will share some prompts to help you focus in um, on all who have helped you. So take a moment and picture the faces of all those people you can think of in your early life who shaped you in positive ways, helping you discover and develop the best parts of yourselves. As you think about them, whose faces do you see? What do they look like? What example did that face and that face and that face show you? What words did they say to you? If you can hear their voice in your mind's imagination, what does it sound like? If you can see their face in your mind's eye, what expression does it have? Now, take a moment and picture the faces of those people who influenced or influence you as you move from youth to adulthood, beyond your early life, who help shape you positively, helping you discover and develop the best parts of yourself, helping you become who you are today. Whose faces do you see in your mind's eye? What examples do these people show you? What words do they say to you then, or do you imagine them saying to you now? If you can hear them in your imagination, what does their voice sound like? If you see their face in your mind's eye, what expression do they have as they look at you? Now take a moment and picture the faces of those in the more recent years of your life who have influenced you by helping sustain you and positively opening you up more fully to the best parts of yourself. In all the roles you filled as an adult, whose faces do you see? What examples do they show you? What words do they say to you? If you can hear their voice in your imagination, what does it sound like? If you can see their face in your mind's eye, what expression do you imagine that they are making as they look at you now? Sit with those images, those memories. Feel the gratitude. Feel the ways in which they are with you now, and you are not alone. In Mr. Rogers' words, during one time he led this meditation, he said this: whomever you've been thinking about, imagine how grateful they must be that during your silent times, you remember how important they are to you. It is not the honors and the prizes and the fancy outsides of life which ultimately nourish our souls. It is the knowing that we can be trusted, that we never have to fear the truth, that the bedrock of our lives from which we make our choices is some very good stuff. As you pay attention to that sense of gratitude and belonging, of not being alone, this meditation is focused on getting you in touch with. I want to read, in closing, the words that Mr. Rogers often repeated in song from his famous TV show. It's not you I like, it's not the things you wear, it's not the way you do your hair, but it's you I like. The way you are right now, the way deep down inside of you. Not the things that hide you, not your toys that are just beside you. But it's you I like, every part of you, your skin, your eyes, your feelings, whether old or new. I hope that you'll remember, even when you're feeling blue, that it's you I like. It's you yourself. It's you. It's you I like. Well, that's inside, sense that inside you is a lot of goodness. The very goodness those who believed in you and shaped you to develop, to become more fully. They saw in you that. Let that sense of its goodness fill you. Let it help you find hope and peace in these weary times at work, at home, and in the community. Until next time, take care.